So this game looked interesting. I kind of want to give it a try. It's a demo called Solace State by, I believe, Vivid Foundry Studios? And it's described as a sort of 3D visual novel about a hacker named Chloe living in a sort of futuristic surveillance state of sorts, and using her abilities to reach out to her friends, to become politically active, resist, and shape the foundations of the world to come. Let's give it a shot. Okay. Progress, click with the left mouse button. Purple highlighted words, click for more info. This demo starts in Act 1, Scene 3. Chloe is a 22-year-old icono hacker, which means that she's capable of intuiting electrical communications without implants or drug therapy. Many believe that icono hackers are fictional. People who know better tend to want to take advantage of their power. She enters Abraxas City as directed by her logistics manager, Hakim. She's tasked to observe for Topologist, an enigmatic freedom watchdog organization. Abraxas City is undergoing civil division because the Zircon Hill district was put under military lockdown. More than anything else, Chloe wants to find her missing friend Rebecca, and believes that she is involved somehow. Chloe meets Torrent, a local Abraxan icono hacker, who brings her up to speed on what's happening in Abraxa, and titillates her sixth sense, if you know what I mean. They chat about their mutuals as they scheme about sneaking into Zircon Hill. So we're still trying to infiltrate Zircon Hill, starting in medias res. Icono hacker, intuiting electrical communications without implants or drug therapy. An inherent talent of sorts. Whoa. Okay, this is pretty cool. When Chloe and Torrent are still miles away from Zircon Hill, the whole district looks like it's under a dome of frozen smoke. The physical manifestation of the haze. Chloe itches to hack her way inside for any thread of information that can bring her closer to finding Rebecca. As they traverse the city, Chloe learns that Torrent has lived in Abraxa all his life, with his neural network instinctively wrapping around the fabric of its streets. Chloe envies him, as she doesn't have a place where the roads feel like a second skin. The closest she's been was her days on the Artechnic University campus back in Versivia. We're moving. Damn, I thought our icono hacker could help us get away with this. But the haze reduces my range by a lot. Still, I'm sure I could pick up a few Nexier smart cars that'll have IDs to unlock them. Try to find someone high-ranking so that we can push our way through the Nexier scum if we have to. Let's try. There you go. One car down 3 blocks. Found ID for Sergeant Marlon Wen. He has a large extended family and a little daughter, living along Axial Street in one of the hand-blown glass skyrises. A hand-blown glass sky? Wow. Wen specializes in riot and crowd control. As someone with authority and the right skills, he's a good fit for a dupe. Ooh. So, you should take the fake ID. You should take the ID. I don't know enough about Nexier to pull off the acting role. Yeah, this is gonna be a challenge. Don't you know a lot about these guys? Of course I do, but Nexier used to be heralded as the heroes during a civil war. There's some who still see them as untrustworthy. As trustworthy. My brain almost auto-completed untrustworthy, but there's some who still see them as trustworthy, as there tends to be in the world today. But increasingly they've been dividing the city with their corporate goals. Really see it a lot these days, how easy it is to get people to still buy into your beliefs when your beliefs only benefit those in the top 1 or 2% of the wealth bracket. and are actively working against you. It's really easy to see these days. Works out perfectly. Chloe swiftly steals Sergeant Wen's ID, while Torrent's locational hacking makes sure that the real Wen's actions won't interfere with theirs in the fiber net. Capable of isolating packets of data and making sure that people do not cross paths, his specializations work together with hers like halves of a whole. She watches him for his reaction to gaining Nexier's access to the online world, quietly curious. The fake ID gets you into the net then. Damn it, there's a flare-up at the Willia Street Community Center. Oh shit. Not too many, but... Oh. Let me see. Accidentally skipped a bit of dialogue there. We'll try and come back to that. Who do you think instigated the conflict? It's Emily's home turf. Nothing bad ever happens there. They call her the Oracle there, because she helps people find their path, you know? My money's on the Nexier thugs. As they reach the community center, Chloe can feel Torrent sag as they take in the chaos unfolding before them. Trying to figure out the right way to pronounce that name. Amin? That's probably right. Amin stands in the middle of a group of almost a half-dozen militiamen, hemming her in and prodding at her. She holds her ground as much as she can, her voice low and gesturing for calm. But it's clear that the knot of locals around them is taut with distress. A breaking point is coming. Amin's body folds into the ground to the sickening sound of a rifle hitting flesh and bone. A collective inhale of anger radiates outward before turbulent shouts overlap into jagged noise. Torrent looks away. Oh shit. My brother's lurking over there. What? Torrent, pay attention. Why does he have to be here? He's got his revolutionary orange t-shirt on just for the optics, and he's probably gonna make a scene for symbolic reasons against Nexier. Damn it. Never told your brother was stuck in here too? This isn't about helping Rebecca at all, is it? What? Damn it, Chloe, why are you asking me that now? I'm a human being. Of course I want to help my family when they're in crisis. Doesn't mean I don't want to help others too. I want to help Sephora. I want to help Rebecca. You just never told me. Please, let's not talk about this now. Maybe focus on Amin too. She's pretty shaken. That didn't seem bad, that was just flavor text. Torrent heaves a shaky breath and jumps into the fray. Uh-oh. Chloe watches with goosebumps as Torrent shifts his location with his powers. He's suddenly behind the most antagonistic soldier, who is brandishing his rifle at Amin. Oh shit. The gleaming ring of the soldier's helmet threatens everyone in proximity, but Torrent's stare, disguised as their superior officer, bores into each of them in turn until they salute. The most aggressive soldier's cockroach-like posture twitches to grudging attention. Ma'am, that soldier's aggression was unwarranted. Let me help you up. Soldier, you've got some explaining to do. We aren't going to move ahead in this region by beating people to the ground. You think vermin like her would listen to orders? These pests just keep trying to stir up trouble. We gotta put them in their place. If Torrent's gonna get rid of these guys, I'll have to hack the lead thug and send him in info that he can work with. Ooh, oh wow, okay. Hack. Oh boy. Okay, so it looks like information, messages, information, okay. Chloe's thoughts. Oh wow. This just got really... Oh boy, there's a lot to this. Okay. Finn, Zircon Hill. Happy birthday, my boy Finn! Happy birthday to my wild child. 5 years old already. Finn Marston, my little man. Just a ball of energy. Oh wow. Rolling around Zircon Hill fast. Picture shows a boy catapulting fearlessly off a playground slide. Zircon Hill Little League. Hailed Marston, Dark Horse player, Zircon Hill hitter, turned the game around. The last 20 minutes with a home run that energized his team. Finn looked dazed and slow to smile when confronted with his win, as though he too did not expect the outcome in his favor. His coach released a looping anim of his expression, which became an overnight meme for the overworked masses. GIF, pretty much. Though possibly in this society, possibly a three-dimensional GIF of sorts. You never know. Misdemeanor court summons. Finn Marston pleaded guilty to misdemeanor battery charge in Zircon Hill yesterday. Battery charge against Marston was active for a year, since he allegedly punched an ex-colleague to the ground after his firing. Marston said he was convinced that the man had something to do with his job dismissal. Management indicated that Marston had scapegoated the victim. I mean, of course management would. Flagged for abuse. Admin remove Finn for regional discrimination. You're from Zircon Hill? I'll find someone else to buy the old sofa. Then get fleas and cockroaches all from me just by transferring me money. Move on, bitch. Always thoughts. Hannah's forum posts sneering about how Zircon Hill is a vermin breeding ground. He and his single mother lived here for years. Must have some sort of inferiority complex by coming from a low-income neighborhood. And he wants to step up. Wants to step all over people now that he's moved off with Nixir. Hypocrite. You're from this neighborhood. Now you're here making trouble? Overcompensating for something? Who the fuck do you think you are? Admit it. You're taking it out on the people of Zircon Hill because you think you're better than them now that you're in Nexir. Does the rest of your crew here, or the crew here, know that you still haven't amounted to much? Shut up! He was here for most of his life, and now he has such an inferiority complex that he bullies people from Zircon Hill on second-hand channels. Oh. Sure seems like the people are furious with him, and even the other soldiers are smirking at him now. Mean, although shaken, clearly wants to remain in the conversation to protect her community. Ooh. Oh wow, so we can... Okay, this is... So we can read all of these. Oh boy. Workplace violence. Due to previous behavioral issues in the workplace that included violence against a colleague, court records show that Finn paid a significant settlement and was fired. Nevertheless, he still had a record and couldn't find a new job. In a separate hiring letter, next year had made him sign an agreement to a subsistence wage for 16 months in order to avoid a prison term. Wow. With the terms of this hiring, Finn was not provided with healthcare benefits. Oh boy. There's a lot going on here. So, messages. Couldn't afford to go to university. Messages suggest he wants to make more money to take care of his ailing mother, but there isn't much money to go around. His mother ended up in his aunt's home, but the aunt treats both her own sister and him like second-class citizens, constantly insulting them. She also traps Finn into getting her next year pain blockers. Finn loathes her. Social issues. Look, I know it's rough living in this city. It's expensive. You need to help your mom, pay the bills, so you're in this job. Everyone's just trying to make ends meet. Bullshit, you make 20 times more than I do. You have no idea what it's like. No, we don't exactly. But these are common experiences in this community. Don't take it out on people who could be your allies. Oops, I might have gone too far there. Wasn't minding who I was role-playing. Yeah, a little bit. Should be alright. Look, everyone looks like they're at least thinking about this unlikely support system. Okay. Amin hovers restlessly, like she wants to interject, but isn't given much opportunity to stand up for herself. Okay, so we can go through all of this. Let's do this first. So distrust about violence. Judging by Chloe's facial expression, it feels like these are morality. You're stuck to this job, son. How am I supposed to unpack that? Well, he's stuck. He can't get more financial stability or find other jobs. What Nexier did to him is predatory and coercive. This is hard. I'm supposed to be playing the bad guy now? Listen, personally, I think Nexier never should have paid you fairly from the start. You don't know what I went through. How do you think I got to where I am? I didn't go about beating people who could have been my neighbors, and you lived here once. People who have not had the best resources in life still deserve another chance. You think I deserve another chance? If you want to keep this job, you gotta treat people better. Besides this job, you've got nowhere else to go. That's your second chance. Do better. It's sublime how folks rose around Amin now, buoyed by her fearlessness and forgiveness. She does seem like a kind soul. Malicious shuffle uncomfortably, giving way to Amin's gravity as she is embraced by her people. Enough of this. No higher-ups are gonna be happy with your behavior, Finn. What you're doing here, what you're all doing here, is an absolute waste of Nexier's resources. Oh shit. You must be seeing the approved server request to put you on paid suspension. This is just slap on the wrist. You'll see. Will its internal supervisory decide? The rest of you escort Finn back home. If you deviate off course, I'll know. Well, damn. Worried about having their complicity exposed, the rest of the men rush to follow Torrent's orders. In the flurry, Chloe notices an encroaching shadow. He has to quickly decide whether to burden Torrent with yet another emergency. Oh shit. Waylon! A concealed syringe. No time to try to get more data. Torrent's brother has a syringe filled with gods know what poisons. His adrenaline has spiked and he's fast approaching the knot of soldiers with Torrent in the middle. Should I warn Torrent and tell him to do something? Or just make Waylon briefly forget what he wants to do? Oh boy. Subtle? Subtle. Chloe makes haste in the shadows of the surrounding buildings, covered by her randomized Abraxid ID and taking care to minimize projecting her biometrics. It won't do to shake Torrent's attention now. She sneaks up on Torrent's brother, watching for every twitch of his composure. From about 2 meters away, Chloe has a clear, uninterrupted line of electrical current between her BIOS and his. Within a heart-racing second, she finds what she needs to effect. Chloe momentarily blocks his memory of the concealed syringe. Of course, it might be a problem if the syringe was in his long-term memory too, but at least it'll disrupt his immediate trajectory. You! What are you doing? Oh. Your brother had a concealed syringe, and I didn't want you to hit Code Rot. Made sure he didn't, I don't know, stab you in the back for strutting around as Nexier. No, my brother, he's... Never mind. You altered his memory, didn't you? Can't you stop taking unnecessary risks? I was being cautious. I calculated the risks. I've been at this longer than you. Can I just be worried for both of you? Memory stuff is dangerous, not to mention a violation of his mind. I'm sorry. It's not me you have to apologize to. Let's just loop back around and be ourselves again. Fine. Rendezvous at the courtyard. Okay. No mission success. Successfully dispersed the mob of Nexier's soldiers. Successfully stopped Torrent's brother from doing something stupid. Maybe not stupid, but reckless, definitely. When they meet each other again in their own skin, they take a moment to breathe through what happened. But their small moment of peace is at odds with repetitive pinpricks of pain they can feel from the community core. Can you feel that too? Yeah. My range is so shot that I can't tell clearly, but it seems like there's people here who are sick. Really sick. The vector may be psych tech. I saw some evidence over it when I skimmed over messages from the higher-ups with the Nexier ID. Could it be a biotech attack? Ooh. Torrent's eyes darken at the question. Before he can answer, Waylon practically runs them over. Torrent curses under his breath. Thanks for playing. Well. We'll just run through the credits briefly. For a taste of the 3D visual novel kind of deal, it's interesting. I kind of really dig the vibe this is going for, you know? It's Toronto Arts Council. Funded by the city. Oh wow. That's a big group behind this. That's cool. Also really digging the futuristic vibe. Like, kinda Deus Ex inspired, but the whole concept of hacking in this case seems a lot more robust. Possibly more abstract? It's like none of this is cybernetic in the least. I mean, we don't know enough to say for sure that cybernetics don't exist. They did mention some people hacking through implants and such in the brief demo intro, but it feels more along the lines of like the human body as a computer of sorts, just the way like translating, communicating over long distances as just like chat messages, translating, hacking that guard Vim as literally hacking him, essentially browsing his memories. Like finding his Little League history, finding his young playground, rambunctious stuff, his termination. Obviously it's more robust than simply memories, because it's so to speak, it's not just our own internal memories as humans, it's really what we're hacking, what we're influencing is absolutely us as individuals, our memories, our thoughts, and our interactions with the world around us. It feels like they're trying to go for a vibe of world where like we're perfectly blended. Our memories and the technology around us are almost perfectly blended. And that's really neat. Kind of really digging the vibe. Now, I'm still gonna link to really all of these links in here. The Discord link, Twitter link, Steam link. Now this demo is only gonna be up for another few hours, available to people to play for free. But so by the time this video actually gets onto YouTube, you might not be able to play it? I'm not sure, but definitely give this a follow, because this is going to be interesting when the full story comes out. The 3D vibe is actually really neat as a means of delivering the story. Really cool. I might go back in and try some other options in here, but that's our coverage of the demo. A brief introduction to the world and the people in it. Actually, yeah, let's try out some of our other choices. Wait, there is one big one which might influence how things play out. Now, can we take the fake ID? Hey, let me take it. I'll be able to extract more info from them. IDs are my thing. Do you trust me to have control over them or not? If I play as the militia, you can still do reconnaissance. Give you some randomized ID and you can ask any questions you want. No, you do recon. I know how these guys talk, what their weaknesses are. How hard could it be to imitate an asshole soldier? Next, I used to be heralded as heroes that protected the city. And some people still have a lot of deep trust in the corporation. They own a lot of infrastructure that folks rely on. Fine. Disagreement aside, they still work in sync. As Chloe steals Sergeant Wen's ID, Torrent's locational hacking makes sure that the real Wen's actions won't interfere with theirs in the fibernet. Okay, so we can't... We have to do reconnaissance and do the hacking, but Torrent is still going to be the soldier in this case. Oh, this was the one line I accidentally clicked through. Fire up at the Willius Street Community Center. How many soldiers are responding to it? Not too many, but... Who do you think instigated the conflict? Okay, that was all we missed. It's Amin's home turf. Interested in hearing more from Amin, too. She seems actually really good. Let's skip ahead to the hacking and see what we can learn. Actually, stay focused, please. Hey! Stay focused. I can keep an eye on him. You just keep it in character out there. You're wearing the skin of a superior officer. Shame the next year thugs into submission or appeal to their sense of humanity. Just make sure they leave and leave Amin alone. Right. Okay. Appreciate it. Okay, fair. Same difference. We just learned a little more. Chloe watches with goosebumps as Torrent shifts his locations with his powers. He's suddenly behind the most antagonistic soldier, who is brandishing his rifle at Amin. Hello! Hello there! Let me help you up. Do a hack. This is interesting. Oh, so we can... Okay. Mock and appeal to social issues. This would have started for a reason. Empathy. If you're born in this neighborhood just blocks from here, this is how you treat the people you grew up with? You don't know my life. I remember you. I was still a junior teacher when you were in secondary, right? At the Zircon Hill Collegiate. You know, a lot has changed in the neighborhood since you left. The streets in front of your dad's hardware store are a lot safer. You really want people here to remember you as a bully? Who knows, you might be working with someone else from this neighborhood one day. Where? There's others who share the same roots as you. There you go. The military thugs don't look that invulnerable anymore. Good call. Amin, although shaken, clearly wants to remain in the conversation to protect her community. Now, I feel... God, I want to explore the different options, but also I feel... I feel like that's real... But this might unlock something about... social issues, okay. Okay, that doesn't actually unlock another option there. Okay. Medical records show you only received basic care for your leg. What about it? kept your shit together here, I'm sure I can put in a good word for better care. Even the folks gathered around are taken aback at how outrageously uncaring and competitive Nexier sound. Amin looks appalled on Finn's behalf. Huh. Finn held her gaze for a second there. It's sublime how folks rose around Amin now, buoyed by her fearlessness and forgiveness. Let's just shift uncomfortably, giving way to Amin's gravity as she is embraced by her people. Wasted resources. Oh, suspension. You have fun with that. Now, we gotta hack Waylon. I gotta tell him. Watch out, your brother's got a concealed syringe. I don't know what he intends, but his adrenaline just shot up. Crap. He's moving towards you. Take care of it. Just watch. Tord doesn't even seem to be paying attention to Waylon's direction, but Chloe knows better. She watches as Waylon stutters in his footsteps. Chloe clicks in that she's witnessing Torin shift his brother's spatial orientation to the environment around him. He stumbles, confused. Oh! A bead of sweat trickles down towards Torin's jawline. It's hardly as effortless as he made it look. My god, how soon can you exit stage left, please? Before Big Brother shanks an innocent door, probably. You okay? You'd better not get code rot on me after all that. Code rot? Me? Relax, it's not my first rodeo. Won't pass out on ya. Should have asked me to handle it, dumbass. Maybe next time you should roleplay the militia. I feel so gross. Oh, what am I saying? I hope neither of us have to do this ever again. Let's loop back around and be ourselves again? Rendezvous around the alleyway. Okay, it's gonna end up at the same place. Now we're gonna run into Waylon again. When they meet each other again in their own skin, take a moment to breathe through what happened. But their small moment of peace is at odds with repetitive pinpricks of pain they can feel from the community core. Yeah, they are all interconnected. Can you feel that too? Yeah. My range is so shot that I can't tell clearly, but it seems like there's people here who are sick. Really sick. The vector may be psych tech. I saw some evidence of it when I skimmed over their messages from the higher-ups with the Nexier ID. Could it be a biotech attack? Torin's eyes darken at the question, but before he can answer, Waylon practically runs them over. Torin curses under his breath. Yep, and that is it. Okay, let's be mean. So distrust. You went to court over aggression and violence at the workplace, didn't you? Sent a guy to the hospital. And your buddies here think you might turn on them? Damn guy had it coming. He was stealing credit for the work that I did. I can see why that would make you angry. What do you care? There's other anger. No one asked you. We train our soldiers to be professional, not angry. Seems like you need to go back to trading, Finn. Your displays of anger are undermining the work that Nexier does, especially in communities like this. Amin seems poised and composed, and the improving situation has a calming effect on the crowd. Mock. You want me to mock him? Why? Just say something to shake him up. He's probably the most emotional about this tidbit because it's so personal. I'm not sure about this. You're beholden to your aunt, aren't you? Your mom would be out on the streets if it wasn't for her, but you two hate each other. Shut the fuck up about my family. What do you know? So you even gave your aunt Nexier pain blockers. Those meds are for your own good. The company tried to take care of you, and yet you betray our trust, and traffic them off to someone else? How the hell do you know that? That feels like it could be a problem. How? Nexier makes good business on premium trackers, and you're asking me how? I don't feel so good about that one. Amin clearly wants to de-escalate the situation, but neither Torin nor Chloe communicate anything that gives Amin the opportunity to defend herself. She quietly extracts herself and blends back into the crowds, which still vibrate with tension. Ooh. I don't know who you're talking to, but your scare tactics ain't working. Oh shit. To make this work on yourself, then you have to. Oh shit! Finn lunges at Torin, hands stretched toward his head. Torin struggles under Finn as the bigger man digs his fingers into Torin's cheeks. It Finn was paying close attention, he'd noticed that the feel of his superior's face didn't quite match the appearance. Thus the militia hangs around like vultures, pulling in the flurry. Chloe notices an encroaching shadow. Oh boy. Oh, this changed a lot. A concealed syringe. Such bad timing, and no time to try to get data. Torrent's brother has a syringe filled with God knows what poisons. His adrenaline has spiked, and he's fast approaching the knot of soldiers with Torrent in the middle. Should I tweak Wayland's emotional processing in his brain to make him less aggressive, or make him briefly forget what he wants to do? Well, we changed his memory before. Let's stop his feeling of aggression. God damn it. Chloe hopes that Torrent has his wits about him, enough to do what he specializes in. Torrent could give the illusion that he's in places that he's not, to confuse his opponents. Chloe checked that she still has her on her randomized Braxton ID. She'll handle his brother. Oh, she sneaks up on Torrent's brother, watching for every twitch of his composure. Chloe has a clear, uninterrupted line of neuroelectric current between her BIOS and his. Within a heart-racing second, she finds what she needs to effect. Chloe sends a message to Wayland's amygdala, stopping all distress signals from reaching his nervous system. With no more adrenal energy to fight or flee, Wayland's aggressive intent slumps away. Chloe lets out a breath. That could have gone sideways, since something might have re-bolstered his stress response, but it worked. Chloe looks back over to the fight and is relieved that Torrent is nothing but more than a bit shaken. Two militiamen are grudgingly hoisting Finn away and moving out. Did you just do something to my brother? I did what needed to be done. I know. I mean, I didn't know. That was possible with your Icona hacking. But thanks. We're not doing... Oh, hello. You okay? No code rot after all that? Don't worry, I won't pass out on you that easily. So, did you egg Finn on to give himself a concussion? Never talk about this again. His colleagues thought he was an idiot, and I made a fake server confirmation that he's on paid suspension now. Hope I never need to roleplay as a militia jackass again. I feel so gross. Yeah, let's loop around and be ourselves again. Rendezvous at the courtyard. Yep. Okay. That was definitely different. Oh man. And this tweak pinpricks of fear. Psych tech affecting the community. Biotech. Wayland practically runs them over. And that's it. And that'll be all for the demo of Solace State. I think I've already given my thoughts after this first, after I finished this the first time, but yeah, I'm definitely excited to see what happens with this down the line. Honestly, it looks, for a demo and not being indicative of the final polish quality, it was still really cool. I hope you enjoyed. Definitely give the Twitter a follow, and keep your eyes out. See what comes around down the line, when we all stand together. Until then.